Have you ever heard of unconditional love? I mean, true unconditional love. Well, the story I'm going to tell you today is about true, real, unconditional love by a mother. This story might make you break into tears. It's a really deep story. It's a heartbreaking story. It's one that shows and demonstrates what true, real, unconditional love is. It's one that's going to show you who will stand by you despite the hardships that they may endure. It's about a child located in Africa and Sudan, and a mother. Is a demonstration of true love.
We all think that we have seen it all until we finally see it. Some things are unexplainable, and when we come across such things, we feel like our problems are so small and simple compared to problems like this one. Meet our baby Siliveri, who bullies call an alien. She is called Deverata. She is the mother to this baby. What is happening to her is unbelievable. Everyone that looks at it gets shocked and they can say no more. However, she does not get shocked anymore. She is worried about the life of her baby because what she is going through is too much. Her husband abandoned her the moment he saw this baby. He said that he does not give birth to monsters and she should take the baby to the devil where she got it from. She struggled with life and it is what she is still doing until today. According to her, she ran mad at some point according to the problems that were happening in her life. No one wants to talk to her at all. They all run away the moment they see this baby. They call it a monster and they all get scared and do not want to get close to her. The pain that this baby is going through is too much. It is always crying, and what keeps hurting her as a mother is that she cannot do anything about it because the truth is, no one wants to help her because they cannot even explain what she is always carrying. Well, when we heard about this baby, we could not believe what we saw. We traveled for hours and hours to the far hilly village where she lives now, so that she could tell us her story. The journey was not quite simple, but we finally got to her. Surprisingly, she does not live here. She lived in the city before, but everyone couldn't help her. Life was becoming more impossible, and this was the reason why she decided to travel hundreds of miles to come back to this village where she was born to seek for help. We found her here, and this is her story. She has a family and some other children that she gave birth to before this baby. She lived with her husband in the city, and though they did not have money, they were living a life that wasn't all that bad. She later got pregnant, and it was a normal thing because she had given birth to other children before. She was at home until time for giving birth came. She was taken by her own husband to the hospital to give birth. They shared a lot of love with her husband until he saw this baby. The doctors and other people that were at the hospital all got shocked when they saw this baby. Her husband immediately changed colors and turned into someone that she never knew. He said that he was not responsible for the monster that she had given birth to. He told her to take the baby back to the devil because it is where it belonged and had come from. She was confused and she thought that it was a joke until she watched him walk away and never came back again. She was abandoned in the hospital. Everyone got scared until she finally found a good Samaritan who drove her back home, but she was covering the baby in a lot of clothes because honestly, it looked scary. She got home and now she was supposed to take care of her children, feed them every day, pay their school fees, yet she was not working at all. She wondered how she was going to be able to do all this, yet she couldn't leave home because of this baby. The baby's condition was getting worse each day that went by. She took it to the hospital, but upon the doctors looking at it, they were also shocked. It was a small local hospital in town and they couldn't do anything for this baby. The doctors told her to go home and they would call her if there was anything they could do. She waited for months, but they actually did not call. She had to figure out a way that they would get through this with her baby because she was not getting any help. Life in the city was becoming expensive and difficult. She decided to go back to the far village where she was born, talk to her parents and elders, and see if there was anything they could help with her baby's condition. She left her other children at home, not because she wanted to. They were young and poor, but now they had to live on their own because she could not afford transportation that would take them from the city to the village where she was going to. So she left them behind and they started a life on their own. It was a long journey until she got there. Everyone that she came across on the way got scared and some even laughed at her.
So I'm going to give a quick overview of possible medical possibilities of what this could be. This could be a generic or non-generic cranial tumor type of situation. The truth of the matter is that no doctor would be able to just looking at the video give you something definite and say this is exactly what it is without a full thorough examination, and pretty much no doctor can possibly tell you what the baby is actually going through. But what is the fact is that the brain needs room to grow and to develop. If this baby is not given treatment sooner rather than later, there's a high probability that this baby will not survive. And that's the saddest thing. It was difficult to see the people around her with fear in their eyes. They was very fearful. They look at the baby as if the baby was actually an alien. And the father, oh my gosh, he was willing to just walk away and leave the mother, just abandon her. It's very heartbreaking to see something like that. At the end of the day, this is a child. It's a living, breathing child who at this point in time in their life is going through a medical emergency. That's what it is. It's nothing more than that. And it's unfortunately how we react to things like this. Don't get me wrong. I understand. I was startled too. I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? Should I be believing this? And, I mean, it does startle you because you don't see this every day. And I don't care if you're a doctor or you're a nurse. I'm pretty sure 90, maybe 80% of doctors have not seen this. I'm talking about like one-on-one, like actually seeing a case like this. Can this baby survive? I mean, that's the last thing I want to ask you. Can it survive? And the answer to that question is yes. There's been many types of operations in which there are cranial disorders that can be solved. So, yes, it's not the end of the line for that baby. It's not.